Hi everyone. Well, in this video, I would like to share with all of you another few more commands which is fall under sheet metal toolbar or sheet metal module, which is known as RIP as well as insert bands. Okay, all right. So let's get started. Let's say I'm going to pick top plane as my sketch plane. It doesn't matter, you can pick front plane as well as right plane as also, but in this example I pick top plane as my sketch plane. Then I'm going to center rectangle, and I'm going to start at this origin, and I'm going to create some sort like rectangle shape like this, and then I'm going to indicate the dimension for this side. Let's say I'm going to make it 200 mm, whereas for this side, the length or the dimension that I'm going to key in, let's say I'm going to make it 120. You can indicate any dimension, should be no problem, right? All right, so now I'm going to extrude. Before that, I'm going to offset this particular off sketch with, let's say, I'm going to use 3 mm thickness of sheet metal. So I'm going to indicate this distance of offset distance with 3 mm. All right, and then I'm going to pick this sketch. I'm going to offset it inside. So I'm going to reverse it like that, as you can see over here. All right, and then I'm just going to click OK. There you are. So this representing the 3 mm. Okay, 3 mm is representing the thickness of the sheet metals. So I'm going to extrude this particular of sketch, but I'm not going to use beast flange, but I'm going to use the normal extruded boss, which is under features toolbar. All right, so I'm going to extrude this. It is not necessary, or you no need to create the fillet, okay, for all these 4 edges. Why? Because later on under sheet metal, which is under insert band, they will ask us about this fillet value, all right, the radius value for all these 4 edges. So it is not necessary for us to indicate or to create any fillets for all these 4 edges. So I'm going to proceed with my extruded boss, and let's say I'm going to extrude it about 70 mm, let's say, for examples. It doesn't matter, you can indicate it with any height or any distance for this particular of sketch. And then I'm just click OK, and there you are. So the part will look some sort like this. And then I'm going to proceed with the rib, which is under sheet metals, and I'm going to pick this one, click this one, and this is the edge to rib. So let's say I'm going to pick this edge. Okay, you can click any edge of these sides. Okay, so we do have this edge, we do have this edge, same as well as this edge, and also this edge. It doesn't matter, you can pick any edges that you like. Okay, let's say for this example I'm going to pick this edge in order to create a rib. All right, and as you can see over here, this is actually the gap or the distance of the rib itself. So instead of by default 0.1 mm, I'm going to change it to 1 mm. All right, I will show to you later on about this. All right, so as you can see over here, this is actually the directions of the rib. For this particular case, the direction will create us at this side as well as this side. It means that from here, this is the uh, middle, or the center line or the middle line, and then they will create half from here to here and another half from here to here. If we would like to change the direction, we can just simply go to here and click this one. Click only once, once only, all right? So they will change like this. So it means that the direction will only from this line, which we already selected for this just now, and then from there to the other side. If we go to here again, and if we press another one more time, it will show like that. So it means that from here, from this middle line to this sides. We can see based on the directions of this arrow, the yellow arrow. Okay. Let's say I'm going to create like this. Okay, like this one. So once after you already confirm that we're going to have like this kind of read parameters, then we can just simply click OK. There you are. So they will create for us like that. And as YD mentioned to you just now, you still remember that this one about the gap. The gap is actually between here and here. If you measure, I go to evaluate, I go to measure, and if I measure from this endpoint to this endpoint, right, there you are. Okay, so the distance from here to here is actually the gap which I've mentioned to you just now, which is 1 mm. All right, so now it's time for us to proceed with another one more command, which is also falls under sheet metal, which is known as insert band. So let us click this one, insert bands, and this particular section is the section whereby we need to pick the fixed face. Okay, you can pick any face you can pick here, or even though inside faces like this one, or this one, or this one. Okay, you can pick any of the faces as the fixed face. All right, so let's say okay, I'm going to pick this face, okay, which is face 3, the internal or the inside face as my fixed face. And then this is what I've told you just now, the fillet. If you still remember, previously I've already did mention about the fillets of all these 4 edges. So under the insert bands, okay, they ask us about the value of the radius, or the value of the fillet that we're going to create. Let's say I'm going to maintain with 2 mm, right, 2 mm, and if you can see over here, it's about the auto relief. It doesn't matter. You can use a rectangular tier or oblong, because this will not affect at all. Why? Because we do not have the beast flange over here. Okay, if we do have the beast flange together with the each flange, therefore we can just simply pick the related relief that we prefer. All right, so for this particular case, I just leave it as a rectangular. All right, so once after confirm, I just click OK. There you are. Right, so this one, as you can see, so the value of the fillet, which which is 2 mm, has been created for us. Okay, for all the related edges, it will automatically detect that for us. Okay, those edges, and then they will create it for us with the this particular radius of fillet according to the value that we have already decided just now. All right, so we can just simply, if you do not want to have bands, you can just simply go to here, no bands, so it will go back to the original shape like this, which is sharp edges like this. And even you can insert the new band if you want to, but let's say if I would like to maintain with the 2 mm radius or 2 mm fillet, so I just need to click one more time for these no bands, so they will go back to the fillet with 2 mm edges. All right, and if you unfold it, fixed face, I'm going to pick this face, and then band to unfold, I'm going to collect all bands, so it will automatically detect for us, and then just click OK. There you are. So it will look like that. Okay, same to go with fold. If we go to fold and then bend to fold. I'm going to collect all bends. Click this one, this particular button, and again it will automatically select that or detect for us, and then just click OK. There you are. So it will go back to here. Okay, guys. All right. So I'm going to show you another one more example for both of these, which is rip and insert bends. Right. I'm going to have a new file here, new part here. And again, I'm going to apply with top plane as my sketch plane. And I'm going to use the center rectangle, and I'm going to start it at the origin. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to create the same sketch, which I've already created for the first example, which I've showed to you just now. And let's see, this one is 120. And then again, I'm going to create the offset, which is 3 mm, and I'm going to offset it inside, so I need to pick reverse like this and then click OK, and then it's time for me to apply with the features and extruded boss, and I'm going to indicate as 70. The height is 70 mm. Alright, so now guys, as I've showed to you just now that once we pick rib, and I've already selected this edge, you can pick either edge, right? Either this one, here or here. All right. But this time, let's say I'm going to create the rib at the center of this surface. It doesn't matter. You can create it at center of this surface, or this surface, or even it's not necessary at this center. You can create somewhere around here as well, somewhere around here as well. Okay, it's no problem. It's up to you. So let's say I'm going to create the rib of this particular off sheet metal part on this surface. So I'm going to pick this surface as my sketch plane, and then I'm going to create a straight line from this origin. I'm going to make it a straight vertical line to here. Right, so there you are. So this is my line that representing the rib later on. And as I mentioned to you just now, that it's not necessary to have at the middle or at the center of this surface. You can create it here, okay, right? Even you can create it somewhere around here, okay? It doesn't matter. It's up to you, all right? But again, for this example, I just wanted to show to you that I'm going to create this particular flip at the center of this surface. So I'm going to delete both of these vertical lines, and I'm going to maintain with these middle lines. And once I've already created this one, I will just go to here and click, and then I'm going to go to sheet metal and rip. I'm going to pick rib, and which edge that I'm going to create my rib, this particular line. Just now, for the first example, I already picked this one, but this time I'm going to pick this line, which I've just created in order to create my rib. So I'm going to pick this one. As you can see over here, it's the same. You can change the directions if you want to. And again, I'm going to switch this. Let's say this time I'm going to make it 2 mm instead of 1 mm just now for the first example. And for the second example, I'm going to make it 2 mm, which is the gap of this rib, right? So once after confirm, I just click OK. There you are, right? So the gap, which is 2 mm just now, is actually, we can refer it to this endpoint to this endpoint, right? So this is 2 mm. So this is the cap for the rib. And again, once after we already created the rib, we can just simply go to insert bands, and which surface that we're going to choose or select as a fixed face. So I'm going to pick this surface. You can pick here as well, no problem, right? So but in this case, I just pick this face or surface as my fixed face, and then let's say I'm going to maintain with the fillet or the radius value with 2 mm, okay, like this one. And then once after rip, this one you don't need to click the rip anymore. Why? Because uh, for the first example, we already created this edge. We already selected this edge as our rip, and for this example, this is actually our rip. So we no need. We just leave it blank like this. Okay, we just leave it blank like this. Okay, then just click OK. Okay, there you are. All right. So there you are. So you can have like that. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is how you can play around with rip and insert bands. So I'm going to show to you another one more. Okay, another one more. Uh, so I'm going to close this file, and again I'm going to create the same sketch, okay, as what which I've already indicated for both of the examples. So here is 200, and this one is, I'm going to make it 120, and then I'm going to offset with 3 mm. I'm going to reverse it. Okay, there you are. And then I'm going to extruded boss with 70 mm height. Okay, extruded boss with 70 mm height. Right, so now it's time for me to create another one more line here for my rib. Let's say this time I'm going to create somewhere around here. This is the vertical line, and then I'm going to indicate the dimensions from here to this origin. Let's say I'm going to make it 40 mm. All right, there you are. And once after I've already created this vertical line, I just click this one, click OK. All right, so now it's time for me to go to insert band. Okay, I'm going straight away go to insert band. Okay, just now we go to rib, and once after we have created rib, then we go to insert band in order to uh, indicate or create the fillet or the radius for all these 4 edges. But this time I just straight away go to insert band, and then the band parameter, this is the fixed face. I'm going to again pick this surface as my fixed face, and I'm going to maintain with 2 mm. And now this is rib parameters. So I'm going to click this one, and I'm going to pick here, okay, the vertical line which I've already created just now. So click this one, and then I'm going to change the cap of the rib with 1 mm, and then I'm going to change the direction as well, because I don't want to have the direction like this. I'm going to have both directions. Okay, so I'm going to change the direction. Right, so let's see whether we can change it. Okay, again I'm going to insert bands, and this is the fixed part, and the rib is this one, and this I'm going to change it. It's supposed to be suppose it can be changed by, but let's say it's okay. If we click change, should be, let's, I'm going to maintain try to make it 0.1, and go back to here and change. Oh, it seems that it won't change, but suppose that it can change. Okay, suppose it can change. Let's say we maintain like this with 1 mm. Suppose this one can be changed if we click this one, change direction, and once okay, let's say we just maintain like this, and once after confirm, we just need to click OK. There you are. Okay, so they will create it for us. Okay, like that. Okay, guys, so that is how you can play around with rib and also the insert bands. Let's say I'm going to unfold it. I'm going to fix face. This is my fixed face, and I'm going to collect all bands, and it will select that or detect that for us automatically, and just click OK, and there you are. It looks like that. And if we fold it, okay, again I'm going to select this button, which is collect all bands, and again all the related bands, the SolidWorks software will detect that for us automatically. And once after that, once after confirm everything, we just click OK. There you are. So guys, this is how you can play around with the commands in sheet metal, which is known as rip as well as insert bands. Okay, so Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in our next video. Thank you very much.